And just like that, the 2025 NFL Draft is officially in the books. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Petersen. On today's episode, we're going to recap every selection, and I'm going to give my grade, pick by pick, for all 11 of them. It's been a crazy last 72 hours. So many videos, so many picks, so much fun. And one of my favorite things about the last couple days is we've been doing a draft week sub-battle with the entire AFC North. This is the last video for it. Steelers Talk currently has a 16 subscriber lead, but they don't know that we're coming. Alrighty, I need at least 30 die-hard Ravens fans to do me one big favor and hit that subscribe button, okay? We got to pass them. We have to pass them. We are going to pass them because I can't look everybody else in the eye and say anything but the Baltimore Ravens are the best team and the best franchise and the best fan base in the AFC North. So if you want to help us beat Steelers Talk, come out on top this week for the draft. Do me one big favor. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, let's start at the top, shall we? Round one, pick number 27. That's Mr. Malaki Starks. I'm going to give this one an A+. You got a top 15 player, and you got him in round one. And you got him at pick number 27. He's so good, he makes me want to sneeze my eyes out. I think that this was obvious this was going to be the selection. And it still happened perfectly to plan. And I think of what Malaki Starks will mean to this defense, what he's going to mean to Kyle Hamilton, the way that the Baltimore Ravens and Zach Orr are now going to be able to use him in his true fashion of a chess piece, a Swiss Army knife. You can put him anywhere on the field. Malaki Starks helps him do that. Again, you got a top 15 player at pick number 27. He fits right in, and if you didn't feel like he did, I dare you go back and watch Zach Orr's reaction after he was selected. It tells you everything you need to know. On to pick number 2, round 59. The selection was Mike Green, edge rusher out of Marshall. And I got to tell you, I made this clear yesterday. The reason this isn't an A+ is because of the allegations against Mike Green, and we have to talk about those. We have to address those. Nothing official, hasn't been charged or anything like that. And the Baltimore Ravens made it very clear in the press conference, look, we did our homework. We talked to people at Virginia. We talked to people at Marshall. And they still felt comfortable making the selection. But the player himself at pick number 59, a top borderline 10 talent in this draft in the second round. Again, the only reason there's no plus on the end of this is because of the off-the-field issues. But man, am I really excited to watch Mike Green play football. I can't talk about how badly this team needs pass rush. I've talked about it for pretty much the entirety of this offseason, and Mike Green helps you out tremendously. What is your favorite pick? Let me know in the comment section down below on the other half of this ad break. I'm going to tell you my favorite pick. But get down in the comment section and let me know yours. It's the guy we just talked about. It's Mike Green. Mike Green was my favorite player coming into this draft. Every single time I talked about Mike Green, I had a smile on my face the entirety of the pre-draft process. I listed him as so happy my head would explode if the Ravens would have drafted him in the first round, but they got him in the second. Unbelievable value. All right, let's go to the third round. This one I'm not too hot about. That's Emery Jones, the offensive tackle. He played that at LSU. I've got a feeling he's going to shift to guard. I know that John Harbaugh and Eric DeCosta spoke to the media, and they said that kind of the plan is still to keep him at that swing tackle spot. I have a feeling they're just going to end up moving him inside. He's good. He took a massive step backward. The thing I'm betting on with Emery Jones is he's got a lot of talent. The skill is there, and I don't think he's going to be a starter this year. Possibly if he goes out in camp and just absolutely balls out, he could take Daniel Fa'alele or Andrew Voorhees' spot. I wouldn't necessarily put it past him, but at the same time, I thought it was a little bit of a reach. Like, I kind of had a late fourth-round grade on him. You got late in the third. Some people even had an early fifth on him. Alrighty, so it was a all right selection. Don't love it. He could work out. He could pan out in 2026, but we'll see. This one I've got a B on, and that's because I think it was just a tad bit early for Teddye, but I'm still really, really excited about the prospect. And I don't want anybody to go back to this video in like 2 years from now. And I want to say right off the bat, I think he has the ability to be a really good player. Okay, he was a tackling machine at Cal and did some really, really good things for the Golden Bears. But it's a tad early for my liking, but I'm excited about it. That B doesn't mean I'm not excited about the player. And I think that also goes with Carson Vinson. Massive tackle out of Alabama A&M, And look, kind of the same breath as Teddye Buchanan. I think they both could be sleeper selections. I think they both could be one day really good players. I just think it might take them a little while to get there. And like right now, I'm judging this team off of the ability to win now because they could go out and win a Super Bowl tomorrow. And those rounds 4 through 1, I would like to have a little bit more of a chance to be a starter. And also, you just kind of need depth on the interior of the offensive line. You need starters on the interior offensive line. And through this first 5 rounds, they picked 2 tackles. Don't love it. What I did love was the 2025 NFL draft hats. I thought they were super sick. And you can get one if you go to chatsports.com/Ravens draft hat. Rock your favorite pick. Look like your favorite pick because all the guys are wearing these for the entirety of the weekend. You can get the one with the crab on it. You can get it without it. You can get it that style. You can get it with white. You can get a little bit more of a natural like ball cap look to it. There's so many ways you can get this hat, and I think you should because I absolutely love them. Chatsports.com/Ravens draft hat. These things are going to be flying off the shelves. I promise you that as the draft wraps up, so make sure to get yours today. The link to that promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Let's go to round 6, shall we? It was a very busy round 6, and they selected Bilal Coney, cornerback. And I am curious about how he's going to end up. What I do like about him is that he's pretty much mainly an outside cornerback, okay? Played at Western Michigan, but also, like, not in love with the selection. There was some better value to be had, I think, at that late round. But then after that, they went kicker. I'm going to give Tyler Loop a B-. And not because I don't think this team needs a kicker, but because there was a better kicker available. Fitzgerald out of Florida State. I think he was the second best kicker in the draft. Andres Borregales went off the board first. So they drafted Tyler Loop, kicker out of Arizona. Sure, he's got a leg on him. He's hit from like 65 a couple times, 62 a time as well. I saw, but like his field goal percentage was 18 for 23, which is good. It's fine. I guess the hash marks are in a little bit tighter in the National Football League, but I thought there was better kickers on the board than Tyler Loop, if I'm being 100% honest. Now on to, actually, before we head on to our next selection, I got to ask you guys, what is your least favorite pick? Okay, and I don't want to tip my hand by this next selection reminding me to ask you this question, but I want to know down below what your least favorite pick was. Was it Tyler Loop? Was it somebody different? Let me know in the comment section down below and weigh in with your answer. So my least favorite pick was LeJontay Wester, wide receiver out of Colorado, and that's actually the next guy that we're going to talk about. I give him a C-. He's tiny, 5'9", 163 pounds. And I'm just kind of one of those people that kind of feels like if you are that small, I don't think you're really going to last in the National Football League. Out of Colorado, did fine. He could be a good special teams option possibly. Next to Tylan Wallace, I don't really see a future for him in this offense, though, if I'm being 100% honest. Now let's get to some back-to-back really good selections. Ainias Peebles, defensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Now, he does lack a little bit in size. I will admit that. But this dude is tenacious. at getting to the passer. He has an incredibly high motor. He's great in the run as well. He does so much so well, and you got him at pick 210 in the 6th round. Absolutely love that selection. And then right after him, you drafted Robert Longerbeam out of Rutgers, and I really like that selection too. You needed to address corner. You needed to address corner really bad, might I add. And you took a little bit later than I would wanted to. You took a couple of offensive linemen, tackles mainly, early, round 5 and 3. I would have loved a cornerback in one of those selections, but still, the one you got in the 6th round I think was the best available, and that's fantastic volume for the player that I think he is. We're going to wrap this one out with the final grade for Garrett Dellinger, offensive guard out of LSU. This guy has played a ton of football in his career. I don't necessarily know how confident I feel in his ability to be a starter in the National Football League, but this team needs depth pieces, okay? I think he could be a solid depth piece. It didn't blow my socks off, you know. I think there's probably a couple better players on the board, but at that point, pick 243, you're kind of splitting hairs. Grade the Ravens 2025 NFL Draft. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments section down below what you think, what you grade it. My grade coming up right now, and it's an A-. I put 90 in there to show you how close it was to a B+. I think they started so hot. I think Emery Jones set them back a little bit. And they kind of course corrected. But that 5th round pick and the first 6 rounders, didn't love them. But then they ended off on a really good note with Longerbeam and with Peebles and Dellinger. Overall, really good draft for your Baltimore Ravens. I think you got some really good players. I am so excited to watch Mike Green play football. I'm so excited to watch Malaki Starks play football. And I'm so excited about the depth that you got at some positions you really needed it, like the offensive line, the defensive line, and in the cornerback room as well. Okay, I think those are all positives going into the offseason. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're going to have you covered with UDFA Tracker tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll be here breaking down more things in the entirety of this offseason. Do not let us go. Don't go away. I'm not going away. Stay locked in and hit that sub button.